Good morning, St. Martin's. My name is Vive,
And I'm Henry Stanton.
and we're both medical students at Georgetown University. And we are here to talk to you today about the upcoming flu season and the what, where, why, and how you can get vaccinated.
All right, so first, what is the flu? The flu, also known as influenza, is a virus or a contagious disease that spreads from host to host. Flu symptoms generally include fever and chills, sore throat, aches, fatigue, cough, headache, and runny or stuffy nose. Some people also may experience nausea and vomiting, although this is a lot more rare. And importantly, unlike bacterial infections, viruses can't be cured with over-the-counter antibiotics. They can only be treated with specific antivirals for that virus, and those require a prescription from a doctor.
And so what is a flu vaccine? A flu vaccine is going to be a preparation of inactivated flu virus that is used to stimulate your body's immune system. Essentially what that means is that it's giving your immune system the opportunity to see what the flu looks like in advance without the possibility of you getting the flu. And so this will help you for when if you ever do get exposed to the flu, your immune system will already know what it's up against and how to fight against it. And the why for why you should get a flu vaccine is that it does prevent currently millions of illnesses and visits. So it'll save time and it will save suffering. So it's a good idea to get it. Now, even if you aren't terribly worried about getting seriously ill yourself, it can also help to prevent the transmission of the virus to other people who might be more vulnerable to getting seriously ill from the flu. Another thing to think about is that every year there are new flu viruses that emerge and so every year there has to be a new vaccine that targets essentially the most dominant strains of the flu for that year.
And so speaking of each year, for flu season, we see that it generally lasts roughly between October and April each year, peaking during the winter seasons, especially December, January, February. By getting vaccinated early on, you can protect yourself for that coming year. So as you see here, getting a shot in October or November can keep you safe for the coming year and prevent you from getting the flu. As Ogden said, it is still important to get vaccinated each year though, because the flu is always changing. It's also important to note some special cases. So it's generally a good idea if you have any concerns about getting vaccinated, that you just check with your primary care doctor. But if any of these following cases apply to you, please inform your vaccine provider before you go to get vaccinated. So these include if you have ever had Guillain-Barré syndrome, if you have ever had a severe allergic reaction to previous vaccines or ingredients in those vaccines that you know of, and if you have ever had a severe allergic reaction to eggs, especially if that was beyond hives, so including anaphylaxis or anything of that sort. In that case, you may receive a different version of the vaccine that was made without the egg proteins that you would see in a normal vaccine. Still will protect against the flu, same vaccine, just slightly different ingredients.
And then another thing to expect might be some mild side effects. Not everyone experiences these side effects, and they are generally more mild in comparison to if you actually get infected with the actual flu. But some things that you might expect to happen would be soreness, especially at the site that it's injected at. You might also experience a headache or nausea with the injection. In some rare cases, people can get dizzy or even faint, but that's very rare.
And lastly, we ought to let you know where you can actually get a flu vaccine. So one place is the DC COVID centers, which in addition to getting a COVID vaccine, now you can also get a flu shot. So near St. Martin's in Ward 1 at 1000 U Street Northwest and in Ward 5 at 2350 Washington Place Northeast. Those are about a mile walk each from St. Martin's, so they're very close. You can also go to walk-in clinics. That includes CVS, Walgreens, and other local pharmacies. or flu clinics at hospitals or run by med students or other groups. And of course, you can always go to your primary care physician's office. Just make sure that you call ahead to schedule that appointment for your flu vaccine. And that's pretty much everything. So thanks for listening. And we hope you go get your flu shot soon.